So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build out a e-com store in under, I'm going to say 10 minutes if I wasn't explaining it. This video is definitely going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to show you guys like examples and I'm going to be showing you guys like different prompts, but this is completely free. You don't need a paid plugin. All you need is a free plugin, access to ChatGPT, and also Google Sheets. And to my knowledge, all three of those things are free, so you don't need a paid version of this. You can get away with doing this completely free. So let's get into the video. Also, very quickly, if you guys want to learn more SEO tips, maybe you're struggling to generate leads for your business, or maybe you just want to get into the know-how of actually doing SEO in 2025, I am hosting a conference on the 27th of June in Manchester. And you've got the likes of Craig Campbell, Lara Costa, James Dooley, Carrie Rose, and many, many more speaking at this conference. So if you guys do want to grab tickets, feel free to head over to themasterminders.com, grab your tickets while they last. I believe there's 150 tickets total, and I believe that there are maybe only like 50 or 60 tickets left. So let's get into it. Now, what you probably want to do, first of all, is set up your Google Sheet. And the most important part to all of this is actually setting up the correct Google Sheet, that you don't need to go into each individual product and update it and stuff like that. So I'm going to very quickly set up a brand new Google Sheet, and I'll go show you guys step by step how to do it. So first of all, we're going to call this like products, for example, products, product list. And if we actually load up like just a random e-com store, so what I will do is I'll just head over to Google and we'll search for, let's say, buy an electric bike, let's say, right? And if we go to any one of these websites, so if we click over to like Halfords, for example, quite a big like e-com and also actual store in the UK. Now, if you think of this, right, these are kind of very similar to like local landing pages, especially if you're trying to rank for like multiple areas and stuff like that. But if we actually click through to all of these bikes, for example, all of these have a very, very similar setup in the sense that they all have like a H1, they all have a price, they all have a little bit of like unique content, and they've obviously all got like different images of the bikes. Same goes with this, different H1, different price, a little bit of unique content of like what the range is for the bike. And if we scroll down as well, is there any unique content? Yes, so there's some unique content down here. And then same goes with this bike here, right? Now, I don't know anything about electric bikes, but you can obviously tell that they're very slightly different. And obviously when you're trying to build out your e-commerce store, especially if you're trying to do like an SEO way of growing out the actual organic traffic and trying to get more customers and stuff like that, the product pages is really important because you want the product pages to rank, especially if somebody's searching for this specific product. And as you can see here, it is actually ranking, and then there's obviously bikesy.com, so on and so forth, ranking underneath that. So what we want to basically do is build out as many different product pages as we possibly can with the least amount of effort that's actually involved without our website getting penalized or attacked by Google. So the easiest way to do that is obviously adding all of these products into a sheet that we can go into time by time and actually keep up to date. Whether it's from a pricing point of view, whether it's a product description point of view, whether it's a specification point of view. A lot of these bikes have like downloadable specs and stuff like that you can obviously download. So making certain that there is a central point on our website, meaning if we were to scale out, let's say 6,000 products in 6 months' time, doesn't mean that we need to individually go into each product and update the prices. We can just access a central point and keep the actual prices up to date on the actual sheet. So this is the whole purpose of setting up a sheet and then importing the data over into our website. So this is the prompt that I'm actually going to be using. Now, because I don't have like an e-com store, I'm just basically telling ChatGPT to like give me a list of 50 electric bike names like this. Now, You could obviously use ChatGPT for something like this, or if you've got your own products, like let's say it is a list of different hoodies. Maybe you've got a blue hoodie, a pink hoodie, a white hoodie, etc., etc. You could definitely just add it into the actual spreadsheet. I'm just using ChatGPT because obviously it just knows the actual bike market and stuff like that. So we can very easily start to build up a database of actual products. Like for example, if I just search this bike here, for example, as you can see, it is actually a bike. It's not just a made up name. So that's the reason why I'm actually doing that. And I'm just going to copy this over into my actual sheet here. So that's step number one. Now, step number two would be like anything specific. So for example, it could be the actual distance of the bikes, for example. It could be the price of the bikes. It could be anything like that. So what we're going to do then is actually get into the basics. Now, again, like what I mentioned before, because I don't have a bike e-commerce store, I'm just going to go off the pricing that ChatGPT is actually going to give me. So I'm just going to say, hey, can you create the next column as being the price now and the column after that as being the price before our Black Friday sale, for example, right? Again, you might just have the one price. The reason why I've done that is because on this website, it sometimes has a price before. So as you can see, you're saving X amount and the price now. So that's the reason why I've actually done that. There is a little bit of thought process to this madness. So as you can see now, we have got 150 different columns. So we've got the price name, we've got the price now, and we've also got the price, we've got the current price and we've got the price before Black Friday. So there should be actually a little bit of a slight glitch there. That's why it's always probably good to actually look at your pricing, but it's the exact same pricing. So I'm actually going to do one price before Black Friday and one price after Black Friday. There we go. Now that we have got the original price and now we've got the Black Friday price as well. So again, if we were to, like, for example, create a load of Black Friday offers, this tool is actually going to be really helpful for us. Now, that's not the only thing that we actually need to rank as well. We want images, if we can actually do that. This will be the actual test. We want a unique product description. We also want specifications, so like how long can the actual bike last, right? So we're actually going to give ChatGPT a run for its money, and we're going to take it to the ultimate test, right? So the next columns, I want the following. Distance of the bike battery in battery. I can't spell. Battery. I definitely can't spell. There we go. Battery in miles. We want the distance in battery in miles. Unique product description. Let's do 200 words, right? It doesn't need to be much. We can obviously increase that further down the line. We also want a category of which type of bike. So for example, is it men's, kids, or female? We can also do URL, make it SEO friendly. So we'll do that, and also a image URL of the bike. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. What else is there? I'm going to quickly take a look at this and see. I think that's probably it. Like, I mean, we could obviously have like FAQs. But we'll start off with that. That's probably like a really good ground. I mean, we could probably also add like a review in as well. But yeah, we'll probably start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 different unique columns that we're actually going to be adding in. Now I'm gonna just pause the video, let ChatGPT do its thing, and we're gonna come back and then we're gonna import all of our products into WordPress and create an e-com store in less than hopefully 15-20 minutes. So one thing it hasn't been able to do, and I've actually been playing around with it for like maybe 10 minutes now, is actually fetch the image of the actual bike, which is completely fine because again, a lot of you guys, you will have a bank of images. You won't need to like scrape any of the images. So I'm actually pretty happy with all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download this table. I am going to go to my Google Sheet. I'm just going to delete what we actually had before. And I'm just going to import the Google Sheet into my Google spreadsheet over here, just by literally clicking and dragging it over. I'm going to append to the current sheet, and as you can see here, we have got already, right? So if we take a look here, we have got the electric bike name, the price, the Black Friday price, which is a little bit discounted as well. We've got the battery distance as well, which is in miles. We've got the unique product description, which I'm not going to expand because it's just going to be miles long. We've got the category, and we have got the SEO friendly name, and we've also got the image URL. Now, if you've kind of already uploaded the image URL, you could actually map it out to where you've actually uploaded it. So this will actually save you some time. I know it's not fully worked with the images and grabbing them from other websites, but it's probably for the best as well. Like, we don't want to just be using other people's images. If we've got our own unique images, then even brilliant. So I'm just going to delete that last column, but you guys get the point, right? And the next step is I'm just going to click on share, and I'm going to get this to be anyone with the link as the actual viewer, right? So anyone with the link can view this document. Then I'm going to go into my WordPress website. Now, there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can do this by just using regular pages, but in this case, we're actually going to install WooCommerce. And once this has WooCommerce, we're just going to search for the plugin. We're going to install it. Again, most of you guys will probably have already installed WooCommerce, so you might not even need to do this. But again, for any of you guys that have never set up a WordPress or an e-com store before, we're just going to set it up. We're not going to go into like full-on activation. We just want the product page set up. So there's obviously different things that you can do with WooCommerce. You can take payments across your website. It's probably going to actually ask us for like PayPal details and stuff like that. I'm just going to skip this for now. And we can do any country. So I'm in the UK, so I'm just going to set this up in the UK. Go to my store. And this is just going to take a couple minutes to actually activate on our website. And once it has activated, we will be able to create our product pages. So if we just hover over all products or even add new product, we can set this up as being our base default product for now. So we're just going to call this like Kazra Bike 22, right? We're going to come back and change all of this, but for now, just so we've got a page to actually play around with, we're just going to publish this page. And just so you guys can also see it as well, right? This is what it should look like on your website. Because I'm not using a theme, don't expect this to be the best looking product page, but obviously we've got like an image here. We've got Kazra Bike 22 here. It's not actually categorized. You've got the reviews, so on and so forth. There's different things that you can obviously edit around, but for now, very, very, very base setup. I'm not saying that this is going to be exactly what your website looks like, but bear with me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to our plugin, which is called MPG. If you guys haven't heard of this, MPG plugin, it stands for Multi-Pages Generator. And basically, there's various use cases for this. So if any of you guys are in the e-com space, you can build out loads of e-commerce product pages very, very easily. If any of you guys are in the local space, you can build out local landing pages very, very easily. I've actually done a video on this exact tool, using it for local landing pages, but today we're going to be using it for e-com pages, right? So we're going to click on create new, and once this is actually loaded, we're going to click on from scratch. We're going to click on template name, and we're just going to name this like bikes, for example. You can choose the actual entity. So we're going to select products. Now, if you were going to be using this for pages or posts, you would obviously select those. But in this case, we're using it for products. And for the template, we're going to search up our product name that we actually just named it, which is Kajra Bike 22. We're going to click on Save Changes. Once that's finished loading, right, you are going to have a few more settings to actually play around with. So direct link to source file. Now, you could either upload your actual spreadsheet, or you can just grab from the Google Sheet. We're just going to grab from the Google Sheet, because this means that we can actually share access to this sheet to like our product upload person or a VA, for example, and it's then their job to keep this spreadsheet up to date, and they will never even need to log into the actual website. That's the brilliant thing about this. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste that in there. We're going to leave worksheet ID as being blank, and we can also set this to how periodically you want to go back to the actual sheet. So we're going to set this as being live, but you can do this like once, you could do it hourly, you can do it twice per day, daily, weekly, monthly. This basically just goes back to the actual page to see how many times it needs to update the sheet. So for example, if you're consistently adding in more products to this sheet, and it is the start of your e-commerce store, maybe you've got plans to scale out your e-commerce store to 50,000 products, for example, you might say, well, actually, it makes sense for me to actually go back to the sheet and do it live, for example. Or you might say, well, actually, I only update the sheets maybe, or I only add new products once a month. You might say, okay, I'm going to set this to be in weekly, for example, right? So I'm just going to click on fetch and use. And for more information, let's just see. Why has this not worked? Let's just MPG dataset, unknown parameter for row 1. So I am just going to very quickly take a look at the sheet and see why it's not loading into WordPress. So I've just been able to get it to work. You actually need to set this to be an editor, and then we are ready to rock and roll. So just as a recap, right, once you've finished setting up your actual sheet here, click on share, and then make certain that it is set to anyone with the link as being a editor, not just a viewer or a commentator. And then you just select done, paste in your URL, and you will know it has worked when you can see the data preview, and you've obviously got all of your actual products in here. So we're ready to rock and roll. We now need to set up our product URL. So all I'm going to select here is just to MPG SEO friendly URL, right? So now we have got a SEO friendly URL, and you can obviously play around with this. You can actually set this to whatever you want. Maybe you want to do like category, and then the actual SEO friendly URL. So you can do like category first. Oh, let's just do category, and then you could do like a /, and then you could do the actual product name if you really wanted to. So it's completely down to how you want to set it up, right? I am just going to do the SEO friendly URL that we actually set up on the sheet here, because I just think that looks the cleanest. It's the most SEO friendly. I'm going to click on save changes. This is what it actually looks like here. I'll just zoom in for you guys. So it's already got the hyphens, it's already all lowercase, it's got the product name, it's just ready to rock and roll. So then once you've got that, right, we can just click on Save Changes here. Then if you actually click onto the second tab here, this is where all of our shortcodes are stored, right? So what we want to do is try and build out the actual pages now with the correct names, with the product description, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is, obviously our bike name is going to be our H1, right? So that's going to be there. We'll also even just have it in the product description. So product name, for example. Or actually, do you know what? What we might even do is create this in a bullet pointed list. So product name, we can do something like this, and then we'll just paste in our actual bike name. We will do original price, right? So we will do this, original price. We'll do that. We can even also have in like the regular price. Regular price. Please enter value. Oh, okay. Simple product. We will just leave that out for just the time being, because I will come back to that. And we've got the Black Friday price as well. We'll do sale price. Sale price. So we'll just paste that into here. And then we've got the distance. So we'll do bike distance. And we'll just paste that into here. What else is there? Product description. So again, we'll just paste the product description into here, so it's not in the part of the bullet point list. We'll also add in the category as well. So category. And that should be it. And also another thing that you can also do as well, you can use your shortcodes in the rank math section as well. So if we just scroll all the way down, you've obviously got this here, which we can just paste in. You've got the description and you've got the permalink as well. So we're not going to touch the permalink because we've already set it. We're only just going to tweak the page title. We'll click on update. Now, when you view this product, obviously it's going to look a little bit funky. That's because we're not currently viewing the exact product. This is what it looks like right now. But if we go back to our projects, right, and if we click on to bikes, which was our project name inside the MPG plugin, and if we click on the URL preview, this is where all of our products have actually ended up, right? So as you can see here, we've got the Carrera Crossfire E Men's Electric Hybrid 2.0. You've got the original price, you've got the sale price, you've got the bike distance, you've got the family name, or sorry, the category name, and then you've got the product description as well. So we've done all of that just right there and then. You can obviously add in the actual product images as well. So if we really wanted to, we could obviously add in the product image. We could add in a variety of different things just from that there. But as you can see here, if we click on, like, for example, the Rally Centro's electric hybrid bike, as you can see, completely different page title, completely different product name, completely different price. Distance is different. It's classed as a kid's bike. And then you've obviously got the complete different product description. And then same goes with like the Carrera Vulcan. So again, we've been able to build out an e-commerce store in less than 30 minutes with 50 pages. We've got the page title that's swapping out. We've got the product name that's swapping out. We've got the original price, the sale price, the distance of the bike, the category, so if it's a male, female, or for kids. Then we've also got the actual product description that's also unique to the actual page as well. Now, the brilliant thing about this tool is you're actually able to never need to like go into WordPress to edit it. So for example, right, if I wanted to change some of the actual products, right, I only just need to access this sheet, right? So I'm just going to go back to my Google Sheet. And let's say, for example, the 3.0 bike comes along and it's, let's say, £60,000, right? It's the best electric bike, and the Black Friday price is, let's say, £75,000. I don't know why it's went up in Black Friday, but hey. And it can do 100 and we'll do 315 miles, right? So I've just changed four different columns. I've changed the original name, I've changed the original price, and I've also changed the Black Friday price, and I've also changed the distance. For whatever reason, it's actually able to travel longer than the Teslas, right? So all I actually need to do is just click over to cache, and we can actually flush out the cache. So there's different caches that you can actually do. But what I'm actually going to do is I am going to first of all enable the cache, and then we're going to just flush the cache here, and this will basically allow us to go back to that URL and actually regenerate that page. So this is the 2.0, and as you can see here, it's just flipped over to the 3.0, and the price is now 60,000, 75,000, 315 is the actual distance. So if I go to this URL now, right, you will see that I didn't even, actually, I just need to clear out my cache, just 1 second. So as you can see here, all I've had to do is just clear my cache, and as you can see, it's went to the 3.0 version. You've got the original price, which was 60,000, and you've got the sale price, which is 75,000. Again, not sure why, I just used it as an example. And then you've got the bike distance as well. So it's really easy to just be able to update all of your products on the fly, whether it's a product description, whether it is the price, whether it's a certain specification about that product. Really easy to actually implement, and just train up like somebody within your team to do as well. And then for the very last thing, when it comes to the pricing, for whatever reason, WooCommerce doesn't allow you by default to enter shortcodes in. So you actually need to install a plugin called Shortcodes Anywhere or Everywhere. This is what it looks like in the WordPress repository, right? And once you've actually got it installed, this is what it basically looks like. So you've actually got the before price, and now you've got the after price as well. So that has been my video on how to completely from start to finish install an e-commerce store and also keep it actually up to date. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And like what I mentioned at the start of this video, if you guys want to learn more SEO tips like this, check out themasterminders.com. Grab your tickets while you can. It's happening on the 27th and also the 28th of June. And if you guys are struggling with your SEO, maybe you want to speak to a specialist like myself, check out carrosdash.com, fill in the contact form, and I will be in touch. Thanks for watching.